What's up, everybody? So I am live. It's impromptu. I know I didn't make an announcement that I'm going to be live, but I wanted to go live because something really amazing happened last night, and I'm inviting my brother on to talk about it. So once my brother joins, I'll get him live, and then we'll get him talking about what happened last night. Something really cool happened in the last week. Two things, actually. And I want him to talk about it, and then you guys can ask him questions about that. So as soon as he joins, hey, what's up, everybody? Everybody's waving. How's it going, everyone? So if you're just joining, my brother is going to come on live, and I'm going to talk to him about all the animal rights advocacy stuff that he does. And something really cool happened last night, and some other really great stuff happened this week. So as soon as he gets on, we'll start this Instagram live thing. Let's see where he is. Come on, Bobby. Let's go, man. How's everybody doing? Thank you guys for joining. We're going to do an Instagram live with my brother, Bobby Sudd, who's an amazing vegan animal rights advocate. And he's going to talk about what happened last night in Los Angeles and some other stuff that's happened this month. What's up, Vegan Sheepdog? You guys, this guy Chris, Vegan Sheepdog. This guy is an amazing person. If you guys aren't following him, go follow this dude. Really, really great person. Great vegan advocate. He's out there. He's trying to make changes in the world. Really awesome dude. So as soon as Bobby decides to get on, I literally just called him. I don't know where he is. What's up, Michelle? What's up, RJ? There's Bobby. Let's get him on. Go. Well, thank you, Michelle. There he is. There's the man, the myth, the legend, Bobby Sudd. Hey, thank you for joining. It's really hard to book you. I know you're super busy.
Yeah, I know. I'm very busy.
So I wanted you to tell everybody about what was so great about what happened last night, and then some of the other amazing things that the state of California has done recently. Because my followers, the people that are associated with my page, they get the health stuff, right? But yeah. I'm also a vegan, but I'm not as involved in the animal rights advocacy stuff as you are. So I thought, what a great opportunity to introduce them to the stuff that you're involved in. So what happened last night?
So last night was, every week we hold vigils at Farmer John's Slaughterhouse. By we, I mean LA Animal Save. Cool. And it's every Sunday and every Wednesday. And last night we had about between 100 and 200 people show up, because we had news outlets from NBC News and a news outlet from Australia come and document. And this all really started happening because we were recently featured on the front page of the LA Times.
Yeah, and there was a video on the LA Times website, right, about the stuff that you guys were doing?
Yeah.
And didn't you narrate that video?
Yes.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did. So tell my followers, what is a vigil? What is it all about? Why is it different than a protest? What is the purpose of this?
Okay, so the difference between a vigil and a protest is, one, LA Animal Save and the Save movement is a love-based movement. So we are there not because we're angry, and we are angry, and most, we don't like that this is happening. But if we just showed up there to be angry, then we're making it about ourselves. And it's not about us because we're not dying. We're not on the truck. We're there to bear witness. And what bear witness means is when you see suffering, when you see something that's unjust, you don't walk away. You get as close as you can. And when we're there to bear witness to the pigs that are arriving on trucks from as far as Iowa, South Dakota. They've been on the trucks anywhere from 24 to 48 hours without food or water.
Yeah.
And we get 2 minutes because of the Vernon police, who are wonderful. They're there and they help us. They make sure the trucks stop before they enter the Farmer John slaughterhouse. And they give us 2 minutes to offer water and love and compassion to these pigs, because they've never seen it before. They don't know what love and compassion is. It's not as if it exists to them and they just have never seen it. They literally live in a world where compassion and kindness from human beings doesn't exist.
Right.
And that's what we do. We're there and we photograph, and we do Instagram Live, and we share the experience with people who either can't or aren't, can't make it out there, or aren't willing to, they're not there yet.
Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah. And you guys, I've been maybe a handful of times because I live in Austin. And when I'm there, it's something that I think that if you are if you're living a compassionate lifestyle, it's important to go. It's important to bear witness, even if you already, even if you're already vegan, even if you're already living a compassionate lifestyle where you don't engage in lifestyle behaviors that impede upon the lifestyle of others, the quality of life of other living sentient beings. Going there and just bearing witness, because as Bobby says, what's that quote that you say about knowing it?
Well, I usually make the comparison of like.
And you froze, man.
Or
you froze. Start over because you froze there.
It's the equivalent of, if you don't go and you don't bear witness to it, it's like watching Schindler's List and saying you know what the Holocaust was like. Right. You don't know what it was like. It's the difference between knowing of it and knowing it.
Yeah.
And you know it you'll know something if you experience it firsthand. If you haven't, then you know of it.
Yeah, definitely. And I can attest to that because I watched his footage for a long time before I actually went to my first one, and I was like, yeah, I know. Not that I didn't want to go, but I was like, I know what it's like. The pigs show up on the trucks, and it's horrible and all this stuff, but it's so much more than that. Because when you view it from the screen, you connect to just the suffering aspect of it, but you don't connect to the incredible experience of looking this animal in the eye and recognizing that very little separates us from them. Very little in regards to the experience of being alive.
And even if the only connection you make is that that you and that animal experience suffering the same way. Like, even if you don't make the connection that we're equal, even if you don't make the connection that they have as much, rights to this or that, it's almost impossible to deny that they are experiencing suffering the way you would.
And you know what I like to say is that, if an animal is capable of emotional intelligence, right, which these animals are, meaning that we are aware that they experience suffering, then that means they're capable of the opposite. That their immense amount of suffering is because they are capable of such immense joy. Their sadness is because they are capable of experiencing such great amounts of love and connection. Otherwise, the experience of suffering wouldn't exist. They are as emotionally intelligent and emotionally capable of the range of emotion that we experience on a daily basis. And therefore, it is important to look this animal in the eye and say, the joy you feel is the joy that I feel. The love that you feel is the love that I feel. And therefore, the sadness that you feel is exactly the same way I experience sadness. Pain that you feel is exactly the same way I feel pain and suffering. It's all the same. Just like what Chris said, in their capacity to suffer, a pig is a bear, is a dog, is a boy.
Philip Wollen. Yeah.
Such a beautiful quote.
And I think that what's also important about going to a visit, and there are almost 600 chapters of the Save movement worldwide. So most likely there's one near you.
Yeah.
Now, maybe a few hours away, but maybe you could find the time to just go experience it once.
Yeah, just go once.
And what makes it important, what I think is so special about it versus watching, Earthlings, and believe me, I think Earthlings is important, and, all these documentaries is important, is when it's on a screen, denial is easy when all you have to do is turn off your screen.
Yeah.
But if you go and you experience it firsthand and you're looking at animal right in his eyes and you can see that his emotions are screaming at you, it's, again, if you can turn off the screen, then it's gone and it's distant, it's far away, it's disconnected. But when you're right there and the truth is presented to you and it's front and center, it's undeniable.
Yeah.
You can no longer say that I didn't know.
Yeah. And then what else has been going on in California that you've been a part of that's really just an amazing example of what's happening?
Earlier this year, we passed the LA fur ban. So we banned the sale of fur in the city of Los Angeles.
Awesome.
Which starts in 2021. It gives all these companies, a little over 2 years to adapt or prepare.
Right.
Even though people like, Donatella Versace and Michael Kors and Ralph Lauren and Burberry, all these big brands have already said they're done with fur. They were there in support of us. And then recently, I just was in Sacramento with Animal Health and Wellness, Mark Ching, his organization, that they started the initiative to do the California statewide fur ban.
Isn't his the Animal Hope and Alliance? Hope
and Wellness, yeah. Animal Hope and Wellness.
Yeah.
And so I got to speak in Sacramento at the Capitol on that, and we passed. The first 2 votes have passed.
Yeah.
Which is huge.
That's huge. So how many votes are necessary?
It depends. Like, if a bill is being passed where, it needs money in order to pass it, then it has to go into arbitration. So I don't know if this has to raise money. I don't see why it would, but, the government will find a way to spend money. So I don't know how many more stages there are. It's certainly not close to over yet.
Okay.
But we passed the first 2, which is huge. Because if it had if it was voted down in the first vote, it would have been done. That was it.
Really? Wow. Well, that's awesome. That's fantastic. So what's next?
Well, we've started an initiative to get a bill to ban rodeos, and we've started pass a bill called the California Dolphin and Whale Protection Act, which would basically mean that SeaWorld would have to go in the state of California.
Finally. This is so awesome. Yeah. Thanks, man. That's really great.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, thanks.
What are you doing right now? Like, what's up with you? What's going on, bro?
Not much. Just had a lot of late nights, doing vigils and things like that. Tomorrow.
Is that the thing you're building for the chickens done yet?
No.
No. You look like you're sunburnt from it.
I know. I am sunburnt. Yeah. Building that. Yeah, we rescued. So LA Animal Save also has a chicken and a cow vigil, and it switches off every week. Mm-hmm. And at the last chicken vigil, which was last Friday, we were able to rescue a rooster. Wow. And that's the 4th chicken that we've rescued this year.
The 4th?
The 4th. And the Sanctuary, Kindred Spirits Care Farm, who has taken all 3 of the other chickens, agreed that they said, yeah, we would love to take, the rooster, but because it's a rooster, we can't put it in with the other roosters. They don't have a living, area where there isn't a rooster because they'll fight. Oh. So we had to go and build another enclosure for him.
And
we're almost done.
You're almost done. That's awesome, man. That's super cool. Good on you, man. Listen, guys, if you're watching right now, go follow Bobby. He's amazing. Some of his photography is amazing. It's incredible. He posts a lot of the photography that he does at the vigils. I know that he's getting ready to release an ebook on your vigil photography. It's in the works.
It is, and it'll also be an actual book, not just an ebook.
So check him out, give him a follow, support the stuff that he's doing. Look into if you're in the LA area, just send Bobby a DM. Say, I want to come to the vigil. How do I do that? Where do I go? What is there a website? Whatever. Send Bobby a DM, and he'll give you all the information. He'll be like, look, come meet me here beforehand, and I'll take you.
And you can follow at LA Animal Save, and you can also go online to the Save Movement website, and you can look up and see if there is a chapter near you.
There you go. See, I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
So you can do all these things to just, you know, you don't have to be this the type of person that goes every single time. You can if you want to.
Yeah.
But it's important to know. It's important to go and to see and to find out. And
you know, if you do go, no one is, you know, at least nobody here, and we are the largest chapter in the world. We don't force anybody to go up to a truck. And, you know, you can stay back if you want, you know, maybe refill people's water bottles or just be there to support other people. But I will say that I've never seen anyone come to a vigil and regret it.
Yeah.
And I recommend that everybody go, at least one of the trucks, go up to it. And if you do, you're going to have an experience that will, you know, ignite or reignite a passion for activism and veganism in you that could only have happened because you chose to go up to that truck.
Yeah.
And that's why I think it's important.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, thanks, bro.
Yeah, man.
So give Bobby a follow. If you're on live, go follow him right now at Bobby Sud. And then if you're watching later, go give him a follow. We got to get Bobby up to that 10,000.
We got a long way to go.
Follow Bobby.
Yeah.
Because I'm all about the health aspect, but if you follow Bobby, together we offer the complete view of veganism. So follow us both, man. It's important. And Bobby knows the animal advocacy part better than a lot of people. And his view on it comes from a place of love. He gets angry. I know this, but his words are from a place of love and passion and compassion. And so that's what I've always told people is that if you want somebody to do something for a long time, get them to fall in love with it. If you want somebody to do something for a short period of time, your phone, there you go. If you want somebody to get motivated, you can get motivated with hatred. It's a great motivator. If you want somebody to make it a part of their life, get them to love it.
Yeah.
Get them to fall in love with the idea, with the act, with the behavior, with the way of living.
You don't get tired of what you love. You get tired of hate. Hate makes you tired.
Yeah.
You know, you get worn. It wears thin and it wears you out. But love doesn't. Love does the opposite.
Yeah. It's the greatest catalyst for long-term change.
Yeah.
So I like Chris, Vegan Sheepdog, just said #follow Bobby.
I saw that. Yeah. Thanks, Chris, man. I appreciate it.
Hey, Chris, #7030. I had to throw it out there.
Yeah,
man.
right.
I had to throw it out there. So, all right, bro.
All right, man.
Take care. There, he's laughing. Awesome. Bobby's amazing. Chris is amazing. Thank you guys so much for joining in. I know it was like an impromptu live, but really appreciate it. I'm going to start doing lives more often. We'll talk about topics in regards to health and self-love, which is really my whole thing, is that, my whole journey of reversing diabetes, coming back from drug addiction, losing all the weight that I've lost, all that stuff, the whole journey. Self-love wasn't part of that journey. It was the entire journey. So I'll do a Instagram live all about my ideas behind self-love and compassion. And that'll be next. And I'll make an announcement on my Insta story when that's going to happen. Thank you guys. Y'all take care.